Hi, I'm Joe Greene, Con Chair for InConJunction 37, and this is Gaming with Scott.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. We are here at InConJunction 37 in the Marriott East, Saturday morning with the Con Chair.
Ooh. He's kind of a big deal, guys.
So I'm going to bring him on last. I'm here with Rico.
Yo.
I'm here with Joshua.
What up?
I'm here with JC.
Hello.
And I'm here with Joe Greene, Con Chair.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How you doing there?
It's morning, I think.
You think? Have you been going nonstop since Thursday?
Pretty
Monday?
close to, yeah. Actually, since like last Friday. Like
Nice.
a week ago Friday.
Nice. Nice.
But you're right, though. There's natural light coming through the window, so.
That's a lot of
it's one those things
methamphetamine.
when you have a number of guests who are traveling and not flying, there is a certain level of oh my God, what's going to happen on the highway?
Anxiety, yes.
Yeah.
Sure. So I will ask the question of the con chair that I ask the question of every con chair. The con is here. It is upon us. You now get to take a big breath. You get to let it out slowly. Your shoulders come down, and you can relax now, right?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Yeah, Sunday night after teardown and everything's done and over with, then I can relax.
So there's still stuff to do?
There's still stuff to do. I have some personality flaws. And
Joe, you are a paragon.
Joe, you're the talent. You're perfect. You're good.
There were community problems in the community. People have health issues. People have, so we lost some of the ability for some of our folks to do stuff. We had people in charge of the video room. They had a house fire.
Oh, wow.
It did not get their entire house, but it damaged their garage. There was a lot of smoke damage.
Wow.
So while they'll recover, their insurance is, everything's going okay, but it takes time. The smoke cleanup, well, they didn't have access to any of their videos and stuff because it was all smoke damage.
I thought you meant like someone had a flat tire. You're like, no, there was a house fire.
There was literally a house fire. We've had other people, Mother Nature does not respect conventions.
Hell no.
People develop health problems. The cosplay community had a big loss. They had somebody pass away recently. So, and
we have an interloper.
We have a
the
sniffer.
Bunny ears again. Do the bunny ears again. Give me two of them. Give me pairs. There we go.
That's love. That is
Uncle
love right
Sneaky.
there.
This is everything but love.
Aw.
And then the beard thing. Oh.
Then they
All
were-
right, we'll post photos with that. That's
Then they
okay.
were gone.
And they were out.
Yeah.
Which it must be Mother's Nature time for that because, JC, you had a lovely little brush with fire the other day, too.
Yeah, I was getting ready to come in here yesterday morning, and I microwaved some stuff really quick, and I started to hear this tinking sound. And I'm like, what is that? And I get around behind, and then there's sparks coming from the outlet that my microwave is plugged into. So that was almost a house fire. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was either a Cylon or a Transformer. It's one of the two.
One of the two. But no, house fires are not... We said you should unplug that and not do any of that because house fires are not a good thing. We don't recommend them.
And that's actually almost the same identical kind of thing that happened in this family. Is they had the group was Dark Side. They had a bunch of stuff. They do a bunch of panels every year with InConJunction and stuff. They're
Nice.
very active folks. They're a great part of the community, but a piece of equipment in their garage was plugged into an outlet that was
Shorted?
and it shorted out and.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Damn.
Fortunately, the garage is an add-on, and
Yeah.
the house the original house was brick,
Brick.
so they had no flame breach.
No one
into
was
the
hurt
home.
or injured.
Nobody was hurt.
Well, that's good.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Good. That's the best of possible.
And they
best of all
woke up and they
possible
got
outcomes.
out before the smoke hit, so there was no inhalation because they've got small children. So it could have been so much worse, but it was rough, And the timing was it was like the beginning of June.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
it messed up timing. So I kind of I'm doing a little more than a lot of times because I took over the video room because of the short notice and stuff. So.
tell us about all of the great things that we have going on at In Conjunction. You can start at the
so
top down
many.
because we had
Can't
a
narrow them
conversation a little more than a year ago, where you swore me to secrecy and said, "No, you can't say anything.
Don't do it.
Tell it now. We'll revisit. Tell us again."
We got Mercedes Lackey to come drive all the way from Oklahoma to here. Hence my concern about what happened on the road. We
That's
got
pretty
Larry
awesome.
Dixon and Mercedes Lackey. Now, well, way more people are now going to know this. I do not fanboy much. Okay, I've spent an hour and a half hanging out with Edward James Olmos, going, "Hey man, how's it going? You know, hey, you do great
Hey,
work.
what's up?"
Thanks. Have a nice day."
It's awesome.
I've hung out with John Delancey. I've hung out with all kinds of names, male, female, actors. They're great folks, but they're just people.
Yeah.
It takes everything I've got not to turn into a complete puddle of goo in the physical presence of Larry Dixon and Mercedes Lackey. These people are so incredible. They do so many things. I could only wish to be an 18th of the person that they are. Either one of them. They do so many things. They used to do Raptor Rehab. They're trying to slow down. They cut back on the number of things. So now they're doing racing. We're talking like Formula One stuff.
Nice.
Wow.
They're making movies. She's still writing books. It's just
That's diversification.
What was it? 128 books she's written,
Oh yeah.
and is producing like
I would
5 or
think at
6 a
least.
year still. And then, and she doesn't just write the books. She researches. You read her stuff. You know there was attention paid to these details.
Oh yeah.
And they're just incredible folks, and they have been an absolute joy to work with.
I think that speaks volumes for you as the con chair and the con itself, that you were able to get one of your biggest celebrity crushes to come to your con the year that you're chair of it. So to sell yourself short and say that you wish you could be an nth of a person that they are, keep in mind that they are your guest at your convention. So don't sell yourself short, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not too short. I mean, we've also got Shauna Bedford, who's light in
Amazing.
the movie Echo 51, which
Yep.
premiered
Yep.
this past Thursday.
Loved it.
I was unfortunately unable to attend the premiere. I don't know if anybody watched the credits at all.
Yep, sure did.
You see any names you recognize in there?
No,
Like
not at all.
like a ton of them. I was very happy.
I was working on props. I
Props and
worked on
oh yeah, I
hair,
saw your name.
Nice.
Oh, there's Joe.
And if you look at the hexagonal alphabet
Yes.
that you see in
Yeah.
the movie,
Did you invent that?
I made that.
That's awesome.
And he's adopted it for DV Entertainment's logo
Yeah.
and everything
yeah.
else.
That is awesome.
Did you guys know that the logo is DV in that alphabet?
No,
That's
I
what
did
it
not
is.
Didn't know that at
Yeah,
all.
it's the
And
DV.
Light actually has the letter L on her chin. That's what's on her
I
chin.
saw that,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Okay," because I noticed that it was the hex, and then the thing, and I'm like, "All right, I'm going to have to circle back to that because I need to figure out what the heck's going on."
I made it for him. And if you do crypto quotes at all, you can take and take any of that text, crypto quote it, because
okay.
I cheated. I'm an engineer more than an artist, so I cheated. I took and I said, okay, I want it to look like this. I used hexagons because there were nature's perfect polygon.
Sure.
Right? They're the largest one that fits together seamlessly in nature.
Joe, you're the jack of all trades, master of none over here.
And then
That's
I took
awesome.
Morse code and I embedded it around the hexagon.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
And
if you need a
that's
visual
how the
representation, it's right here
alphabet
on
was
the
created.
tin
Yeah.
of the popcorn
Oh,
that
that's
they're selling.
phenomenal.
We need to take a picture of that.
Right
and
there. That's you.
Instagram.
You know, and it's
That's
like
awesome.
It's like even if my name didn't show up in credits at all, I don't care. I got to
Right.
do
Well,
that, man.
that's
That
so
was
cool.
just so
That is-
cool.
and let me say this, Joe, is just listening to you and the passion that you have and that you illustrate. That's awesome. That's very
Thank you.
motivating. That's very
This
charging.
is why I wish we had a visual medium to go with our audio medium, so people could see how excited Joe is talking about the things that he has done.
Next step is YouTube, huh?
Also,
That's what I'm hearing?
that's good stuff.
Speaking of the credits, did you happen to see anybody's names in the credits? Have you? Wait, you haven't seen the film
I
yet.
have not yet seen it. Unfortunately, the premiere was Thursday night,
Yeah.
and I was just a wee bit busy setting up in conjunction.
Oh, okay.
A little bit.
Well,
Itty bit.
Keep an eye out for these guys. They may have been mentioned in the credits.
Which I was pleased to be too.
Okay, awesome.
It was a wonderful, wonderful thing. So that's phenomenal work. We're very, very happy. What else do we have going on at the con?
We've even got more guests. We've got
telling
Mogshell
us more.
of cosplay fame locally, and now internationally. I understand also she's got international awards too.
She's kind of a big deal.
she rocks.
I saw her and puddled all over the place. I saw her twice and was like, "Oh my gosh, Mogshell, I love you so much."
I hang out with her
Hello.
and get hugs.
I would love.
Congratulations.
I would love to interview Mogshell one of these days because I am such a big fan of cosplay. Probably the biggest cosplay fan we have on this group.
He did, in fact.
Okay,
puddle.
I'll see if
was
I can
there.
make that happen.
Amen.
Oh, if you could, I
She's
would.
one of our guests. I'm willing to bet
yeah.
I can get. Her
I
to come
wouldn't.
talk to you
I
guys.
wouldn't.
Joe
know
the
what-
Conqueror. I like
I
that.
wouldn't even know what I'd be. I would have to just sit out and just.
You'd be
watch.
happy. That's all that
No,
matters.
you'd have to take point on that. That
Yeah,
would be
I
all
would.
you,
You're right. I
Rico.
probably would.
It's all you.
God, I could talk about her
But
line of
she's-
makeup that she's got. You
she's-
know what? This
yeah,
is about Joe, not about
makeup.
Mogshell. Sorry.
The makeup, the prop work that she does for her cosplay props and stuff. I mean, it's incredible work. I can't keep up with her. She makes so many different cosplays. I don't know where she finds the time. She's also a very on top of all the cosplay, she has a son, and she's a very attentive and skilled parent. And I'm not one who says that lightly. I honestly, as a parent myself who spent 20 years dedicated to my children as dad first before anything else in
Yeah.
the universe, I'm really picky about parents, and she does a really good job as parent, and as on top of that does all this cosplay stuff all over the country and all over the world.
That's phenomenal.
Nice.
And then we've also got Kim Ritchie, who's our science guest of honor. Not necessarily a big name, but she's a biomedical research scientist.
Researcher.
I keep forgetting the title names for it, but I mean the thing is you know she's brilliant. She's brilliant. She does great work. She's a very impressive person. This is the kind of person you sit. I'm weird. I like making out with people that I can make out with their brains.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
No, I'm right there with you, buddy.
Okay, if I can have a good conversation, that's that.
Oh yeah.
Then the lights must be on.
Medulla,
I believe
on-
spend any time hanging out with
Sapio,
them.
Mentally
sapio?
stimulating.
Yeah, they got to be mentally stimulating.
Sapiosexual.
Oh yeah, that's it.
sapiosexual is the term.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's sapio. I
Sapio.
don't. Sapio.
And so you know, I didn't invite any guests that I consider less than brilliant. In
Nice.
whatever.
You've set the bar high, sir. I'm
I was
just
going to
telling
say
you.
on your wish list of guests that you'd wanted, how many of them did you nail down for this year's convention?
I didn't miss one.
Booyah, baby!
Wow.
That's what I was waiting to get
There
to
it is.
because he was so passionate about it last year when you talked about it.
Allow me to be the first one to say flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
Congratulations.
Good
sir.
job, Joe. Because you were so passionate about it last year, and I was amped up about it for you last year because of how excited you were, and it's been a really good con.
Well, and we also got a music guest of honor. We got Mark Gunn, the Celt Father.
Yep.
Right.
Nice.
And
Yep.
on top of that, we also got Tom Smith, the world's fastest filker.
Yeah.
What is? I don't know what that is.
You haven't met Tom Smith?
No,
No.
I have not.
You
I
don't
don't-
know
what's a
Filk until you've filked with Tom
What's
Smith.
a
Okay,
filker?
Filk is...
We
is-
need
it's-
education.
Filk is kind of a science fiction fantasy variety of folk music.
Oh, okay.
You take,
Okay.
It was actually originally a misprint in some convention like 20, 30 years ago. They had a misprint in their book. Instead of folk music, it got typed in as filk music because, of course, you know...
I know, we're right there on the keyboard.
yeah.
Right there.
And nobody caught it, and it just stuck.
It stuck.
because it's like folk music, but it's a lot more parody and tends to be a lot more science fiction and fantasy. You know, it deals with media properties and stuff. There's a ton of
Nice.
very specific. You know, like you can go out and look up Star Trek filk, and you've got some groups that are filk and some groups that are Star Trek parody. The line is blurry at best, but it's there.
That's what happens when you invent a genre.
They've
Yeah.
got to have that folk
Right.
style to it, whereas 5 Year Mission tends to be a little more
Rocky.
and pop style.
Okay.
The filk is folk. Tom Smith does all his concerts with a mic and a
Nice.
guitar.
Nice.
Scott,
but it's not
we have to
even
hear
electric
this.
guitar. It's old-fashioned.
yes.
You got to hear this? 3 p.m. main programming.
Okay.
Boom,
Or
there it is.
Now I
I'm
wanna
sorry,
hear
I'm sorry,
this.
I'm sorry. 3 p.m. secondary programming, so it'll be an AB over here.
Okay.
He's the world's fastest filker. Now, I can't sing. I can't carry in a tune in a bucket with an MP3 player to help me.
Nice.
But this guy is incredible. You can give him a subject and a key, and you might as well just walk away because he's going to
just
take it
goes.
and he's going to run with
And he'll
it. And it's
filk it like a mother.
he will not.
Wow.
People will just be standing around going, huh? Yeah, they
Nice.
just they,
He'll filk that bean, bro.
It completely amazes people. His way with the way he can quickly come up with the words and put everything together on the run, and he's obviously got lung capacity because he can do, I swear, a 45-second no breathing rapid diatribe like the old Tom Lehrer stuff.
Oh,
you know,
wow,
with
that's-
when he's doing the
crazy.
elements tape, elements thing. He can. It's like 45 seconds straight, and then he'll go and do another 45
That's
seconds.
fantastic.
And I know from experience, if you've gone that long without air and then you only take one breath and do that again,
That's pretty impressive.
That's very impressive.
but he's very talented. He's very big in the Filk community, and totally impressive.
Phenomenal. That's
We've
one of
also got a few other featured guests. Bishop Stevens, who's
Yeah.
wrestling, lots of acting and media properties. He's got, I believe it is 3 or 4 projects going on at once right now.
Oh yeah.
So
Like big Hollywood budget products,
Yeah,
like AAA
yeah.
movie products with some
like,
names.
like he's been in some Walking Dead episodes, I believe, and
Oh, yeah.
stuff. I mean, he's big, but he's also in a lot of the DV Entertainment stuff.
Yep.
As Raz.
Lord Raz.
Lord Raz. Yes.
Lord Raz. Let's put that
The
respect
Raz.
on his
My
name. No,
apologies.
don't you dare.
Oh,
Don't you dare.
don't
JC.
you dare.
Don't you
He's
dare,
gonna yell at
JC.
me for
It's
that
Lord
already.
Raz.
Well, you know, we'll be showing those movies from 12 to 1, and then at 1 o'clock we're doing Echo 51.
Oh, yeah. By the way,
Woohoo. Are you
yeah,
gonna
I was
get to
about to
see it?
say. Well,
Are
he
you gonna
will.
go see it?
He will if we let him
I'm gonna
go.
shut off my
Well,
phone
we will.
and shut it down. And, yeah.
Shut down to the world so you can
Nice.
see it.
So are you going to watch all 3 films, or are you just going specifically
All
for
4.
Oh, 4? Sorry, that's right. All 4.
The 3 and then into
The
Echo
3 and
51.
then Echo 51 at noon. Echo 51 will be at 1 o'clock. And then I've been telling people the wrong times all weekend.
Because you've only had to do the entire schedule in
if you
your-
listen to me,
in your head.
it's like I thought opening ceremonies was at 6 o'clock yesterday. Yeah, it was 7, and then I told people somebody's concert was at 2, and it's at 3, and I was just like, yeah, I'm in Central Time Zone apparently.
So, I don't know if you had any expectations for attendance or anything like that this year at this convention. I don't know if you guys keep track of those numbers only on a Saturday. But if you had to guess or postulate or conjecture, how do you think your attendance is doing this year versus previous years?
Being paranoid about it and it being my first time as a con chair, I was pestering registration about that at about 5 o'clock last
I
night.
knew you were that a boy.
And at that point, we had already hit 650.
Nice.
That is nice.
That doesn't necessarily, I mean, obviously, this does not compete with like PopCon or Gen Con or
Well,
any
not-
of those.
not
obviously.
yet. Not yet.
But 650 for us is usually the number we report on Sunday.
Nice.
And
And it's
we
still
were-
early Saturday.
And we were
Yeah.
reporting that at 5 o'clock on Friday.
Nice.
So, would you consider
So-
your year as chair successful?
We'll see.
He said it's Saturday morning. Yeah, give it time.
It's Saturday morning. No, I think it's going really well. As with any convention, there will be hiccups. There
Yeah.
will be
Oh, yeah.
fires. There are things, and yeah, we took a hit. We had a big thing. We had a problem with a party, and we're trying to get.
We
it
don't
worked
talk
out.
about that. That is
I know.
legend.
But we're trying to get. We're working with the folks.
Yeah.
They're working with us. We're trying to smooth it out and make sure that this doesn't hurt the community.
Yeah, of course.
But all in all, though, I'd still say we're doing really well. I think we're having a great show.
I will say, before we sat down and interview with you, I walk up and down this hallway a lot to go out and smoke because I'm a filthy smoker.
Filthy.
Every single one of these salon rooms that I've walked by have been at capacity with butts and seats.
Yeah, happening.
I have not seen an
That's
empty
impressive.
salon room since this morning.
I tried to go
Yeah.
into the Doctor Who room, just sit down and watch
Yeah,
it.
good
I was like,
luck.
I'll just sleep. You know what? I'll slide in here. I'll sit down. I'll watch a little Doctor. Oh God,
Good
there's
luck.
no chairs.
Didn't happen.
So I would say as someone that's here, that's been invited here as media, I would consider this a great success for
Yeah.
you for your year, and congratulations.
You
on
have
nailing
adopted the
every
candy
single
cart
guest.
again. We see our candy cart to the right,
Ooh,
to the left.
candy.
There. I'm
Oh,
very happy. I'm like, oh, candy cart. It's just
Diabetes
Our
rejoice.
happiness patrol.
everything
Yes.
you wanted from a con.
And-
I am getting here today. It's been a wonderful
And
thing.
Rico's question is a good transition to this. Is the passion that you speak and that you show is awesome. With this convention, setting it all up, what are you most proud of? Either going through adversity, getting something done, getting a specific guest here. What is the thing you are most proud of with putting all of this together?
That's a good question.
I haven't fallen and broken anything this year.
Boom! There it is.
There you go.
Which is amazing because it for a few years there it got to be a tradition. What did Joe break this year?
So don't invoke Murphy's
Elbows,
Law on air.
arms.
But we have great
if
health.
I've-
We have great healthcare
no,
in this.
See,
in this
I'm
city.
cheating. I'm using wheelchairs.
There you- well, and I'm gonna ruin the sound quality for just a second. Knock on wood.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we'll call
they
that
are.
wood.
These hotel tables
Oh,
are.
they are
enough.
wood.
They are
Ooh.
indeed wood.
Nice.
Which
then
is,
I didn't have to
actually
knock
has
on
its
my
own,
forehead.
Yeah, it has
That's
its
wonderful.
own advantages. No, I've got a wheelchair so that I don't fall over.
Don't ever knock on the table ever
Destroy
again, Scott.
anything.
I know. I'm never going to do that again. That was horrid.
We,
I apologize to all the listeners in the main hall.
But no, there are so many things, and okay, I'm Con Chair, and I'm really proud of the fact I got some really good guests. I
You did?
put a lot of energy into that, and I was so proud, happy and excited to land them.
Yeah.
And I've put a lot personally into this con because I want to be the popular kid, right? We all want to be popular, right? We all wanna
I'm
have
not
our
going to
voices.
lie. I absolutely want to be the
My
popular
chosen
kid.
way of doing that is to just be as likable and make things as fun for people as I can. And so I've
like
put a little trying to do
servant
that.
leadership.
We've got 136 hours of programming, and that doesn't even count the scheduled gaming stuff.
Oh, quick
yeah.
question. And how much do any one of these 136 hours of programming cost the average con goer once they buy their badge? How much does an event cost somebody?
With few exceptions, nothing.
$0, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, we did have a panel today
Nice.
that would have cost $50 to attend. That $50 would have paid for the warbler that you were using and walking away with
Okay.
at the end
So
of
that
the
paid for
It's
materials.
a materials fee.
Materials cost, sure.
And we had a couple of others that were professionals and doing coaching like classes type
Oh, yeah.
thing that were,
Okay.
but they were like $10.
So of the 136 hours, you'd say maybe 130 hours of it is absolutely no cost to the average con goer once you pay for your badge, which is how much is the weekend badge?
$50.
$50.
Well, that's not
less
bad at all.
less than a halfway decent movie date.
Right? Exactly.
As much as a full tank of gas in some vehicles.
Oh,
I took the kids out to see a movie the other day. It was like $68. And we hadn't even hit the concession stand. I was like, what?
Wow.
oh, yeah.
We need to introduce you to breakfast in a movie. Scott.
Yeah.
You go to, I mean, if you go to the right theater, you
wanna
can pay
try that.
$15.
It's really good.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it was just
But
like,
I'm cheap. The theater I usually go to, I hit the matinee. It's $7.99. It's still $8 a ticket. So you got two
Matinee
people.
is
There's
what I need to do.
$16, and then you go hit 2 sodas and a box of candy, and you just blew right past the $50 price.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
JC and I are a big fan of the matinee pricing of the movies. We go see all of the blockbusters, usually on Sundays, and sometimes you have to go to 3 different theaters to go see a big blockbuster on a Sunday morning.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Good stuff.
So then, Joe, we've got you right at the 25-minute mark. We don't want to steal too much of your time. We love you a lot.
Yeah.
And we've got
I'm enjoying it. The phone actually didn't ring for that long.
then put it down. Well, then
Score.
we'll keep on keeping on. What do we have on Sunday then? We got big. We have a. Before we get to Sunday, we've got a costume contest tonight.
We have a
correct?
masquerade contest this afternoon, And starting at 12:30, we have a charity auction. Charity auction is benefiting 2 different charities.
Ooh,
In
who are
Conjunction supports 2 charities every year.
Yes.
One is a local literacy organization. This year, we recently changed in the last couple of years to Indy Reads, because the prior organization we were supporting for like 15 years suddenly just evaporated. They disappeared. We couldn't get a hold of them. We couldn't deliver the money to them, so we had to find a new
Insolvency.
charity.
Oh,
But
wow.
we did.
Already.
Okay.
And that, so that we're supporting Indy Reads through Circle of Janus. That is our consistent charity for the literacy.
Very nice.
And I chose this year. The Con Chair then gets to pick the second charity.
Gets to pick a
every
second
year.
one, right?
And I picked the Indiana Raptor Society.
Who are they?
They do raptor rehab in Indiana.
Okay.
As in, like,
So
attacks
like,
from?
like
No,
like hawks or
like
'Cause I'm over
a
here like,
hawk got hit
Raptor, not
by a
Velasa.
tractor or
Oh,
got
okay.
injured or whatever,
Oh.
or fell ill, and somebody finds it, and they take it to the Indiana Raptor Rehab, and they nurse them back to health and get them released back into the wild
Oh,
if
okay.
possible. And if they're not able to be rehabilitated and safely returned to the wild, then they take care of them for life. They will be here at 2:00 with 4 birds.
that is cool.
That's
So,
gonna be
I
Just
thought-
don't
awesome.
get too close.
I thought
like-
dinosaurs, and
Yeah,
you
you
said
thought
bird.
Velociraptor,
Yeah.
didn't you?
No,
Yeah.
Rico, we don't. No dinosaurs.
You don't know.
Rehab,
Yet,
not a
that's
thing.
true.
Yet,
Part of the reason I picked
Truth.
them is because that's one of Mercedes and Larry's passions.
Okay.
And of course, one of the other things that, our theme this year is On a Wing and a Song, because I'm a big Griffin fan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about dragons, but let's face it, dragons are mean, nasty, vicious monsters. Okay,
Also-
they don't like anyone. They don't even like other dragons.
Nope.
There's
Right?
a
There's nothing social about dragons as a mythical beast.
No.
Griffins, on the other hand, just as smart, just as magical, just as capable, and are family oriented. They are group oriented. They are community oriented. And Mercedes Lackey is one of the only modern authors. I think it's a short list, like 5 or fewer.
Wow.
2 of which are authors of more like editors of books on mythological beasts.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
So
There's-
they're not
there's a
stories. They're
reason-
just
There's a reason the Alliance took the Griffin as their animal standard in World of Warcraft. Just saying.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, they're
everybody.
one of the most awesome mythical beasts, and that's I love Mercedes Lackey's books on those. That's
So come down to InCon and Animal Planet will come to you.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
3 o'clock?
I like that.
3 Central?
2:00 for the Raptor. Here,
Are we going to look it
hand
up?
me that book, quick.
Hand me that book. Quickly, to the
Let me
book.
double check the time there, because I can't remember.
The girl from Ipanema.
Jackson, stop it.
I'm sorry.
There's a reason you're not allowed to do these things.
Whatever. You cannot contain
and by the
me.
way, Josh Jackson and John Kennedy in the same podcast will be near a musical.
Musical glory.
No, it's not
Awesome.
glory. It's a disaster. and I hate it.
Raptor Education.
Now with an attitude like that, Rico.
Jackson, be quiet.
Raptor Education, 3 p.m. main programming.
3 p.m.
Okay.
Main
Be-
programming.
From
Be there.
12:30 to 2:30 is the charity auction,
Gotcha.
Yes.
of which
that's
half
where
the
we
proceeds go to the
And
Indiana.
Where's
Raptors.
the charity auction at?
That is also in main programming.
Got it.
went. Nice.
I'm gonna go. Maybe.
and then-
Hopefully.
Yeah, and then other
Masquerade this evening.
We've got a masquerade this evening. We have this very interesting panel talking about licensing and modern music.
That's interesting.
Okay. As in,
Karaoke.
I want to filk. Let's
Joe,
do
don't
this.
don't enable them, Joe. I have to sit with them all day. You get to leave when your interview's
Hey.
done.
No, it's one of those things. The karaoke folks take care of the licensing and everything, but there are some organizations that are just like, oh no, no, you have to license, and they have to license, and then so they want 3 copies of licensing fees
Yeah.
for one,
Oh my gosh.
and it's
I have recently discovered online there is a company called non-copyright sounds, where they just put out a bunch of different music for themes. I listen to a lot of their EDM stuff because I'm a big techno fan. But I would advise to anybody that wants music that doesn't want to pay for the rights for music. I see Scott's going to go look it up now. Non-copyright sounds. They do all the music you see in your stupid little Vines and your YouTube videos that aren't like major top artists, and it's really, really good stuff. So piggyback off of that, you can
now to that point, we're picky. We the people that we pay to do the karaoke are contracted. It's in their contract to make sure that the licensing is in order.
They're secure, yeah.
But we still got harassed by these companies because they're like, well, InConJunction's name wasn't on the licensing, so the licensing was paid people.
Yeah, pretty much.
And on top of that, the majority of the stuff that we try and get them to cover is independent, because we like to support independent artists, authors, musicians,
Absolutely.
media. That's
what
one
this
of
does.
Yeah, by the
InConJunction's
way,
big things.
because of your support for independent media, thank you for inviting us out and making sure we all had badges. And could be
Amen
here
to
do
that.
this for
Thank you, sir.
Phenomenal.
So
Thank you, sir.
as one of the managing partners of Gaming with Scott and one of the co-hosts, and I just want to say for all of Gaming with Scott, thank you, Joe, for being so helpful to independent media creators, because without you, we wouldn't be here.
True statement. Very true
Absolutely.
statement.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Wonderful, because we enjoy being here. It's really a con worth going to. Last night was fun. Today was fun. Tonight will be fun. Tomorrow will be fun.
And
it's
well,
lots of fun to have.
we got this pretty picture on the back of the program book that talks.
I was getting there. You're getting there early. Don't go
please,
there yet.
please don't tease that,
Don't go
because
there
I
yet.
want to talk
Okay.
about it with her, because I
haven't even seen
I know.
it yet.
I haven't even heard the theme myself yet, but all I know is I see
Oh,
some
no,
pretty
don't touch
crystalline
me. No,
objects
you
on the
can't
back
see
of
it
that
yet.
book.
Yeah,
No, I'll turn it over in
Let's
just a
not
second.
spoil it, because
I'm not ready to go there yet.
I want her to do the big reveal when we interview her later today.
Right.
So, I can't wait.
But we are going to tease it, because I have to ask him about it, because I
Okay,
saw
that's
that
fair.
and it was good. So we're going to tease that here in a second. I wanted to make sure everything was good. We're gonna have you do a bumper after this too.
Okay.
So we're gonna have that happen. I absolutely love this, the Griffin thing, to loop back to that. Phenomenal. I was very, very pleased. And by the way, I would like to thank you for properly adding an MP3 player, because everybody goes, I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. And I'm like, but tunes don't go in buckets. Why are you? And you put an MP3 player in there. I was like, well, that is very helpful all the way around.
Tunes go in buckets when you're sweating because you know you can't carry one.
There you go.
There it is. So when I flip this over, I see
What is
I see crystals, I see a bird, I see
a staff.
a staff. Yeah.
Are you sure that's a bird and not some
It's
sort
something
of
else.
bizarre split-brained alien?
All right. Yeah. That's all they get, because
That's it, right?
That's it. That's all they get.
That might not be a bird. Maybe it's something else.
Thou shalt not be named.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
I am gonna gush all over that on her interview. I'm gonna make her feel like a queen.
That
There
is
it
awesome.
And I think we've said almost enough. Too much. One of those two. Exactly.
Well, I will also note that in the charity auction, among the other, the list of stuff that's in the charity auction, I can't even begin to go into it. It's huge. We've got a lunch with Shauna Bedford as one of the charity auction items.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
You have our full
We've
attention now,
got-
sir.
We've got a free hotel room upgrade certificate for next year's convention,
Oh wow.
so that you get a regular hotel room and get it upgraded.
Get a
So,
suite
like
or something?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be cool.
And we've got a bunch of books from Mercedes Lackey's books, signed, of course.
Oh, wow.
If you go into the vendor hall and you make an immediate left where the main cashier checkout is, there are desks lined with all of her literature.
Yes.
Not
Oh,
even
yeah.
all of her
Nice.
literature.
For sale. Buy.
Yeah,
buy,
for sale.
buy.
To go
Yeah.
buy. Just stacks and stacks of
And-
Mercedes' books.
And charity auction is at noon, you said.
Hey, well, I
12:30.
12:30.
12:30. You're going to make our
I-
way over there.
I was actually thinking about going and picking something up. So, given that you're such a huge fan, if you had to recommend one for somebody to start with, what would you pick?
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
asking somebody to pick
To
their
start with.
favorite
I'm not
out of
asking you to
40
pick-
pieces of chocolate.
Who's your
Yeah,
favorite
exactly.
child? That's what we just asked you.
Okay.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
actually, in this one, I can actually genuinely say start with the Mage Wars trilogy, because Griffin's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And Scandronin is the most incredible Griffin ever.
So
You
someone
heard it
who's-
here first.
That was like a male
when you read
squee.
them,
I
when
liked
you
it.
read them, look for Aubrey, because while Scandronin may be the hero, and Scandronin may be awesome, Aubrey survives it all.
Spoilers.
Spoiler.
Nice. Hey, whoa.
Spoilers.
They've been out for more than a year.
Yeah.
For
Isn't that how spoilers
over
work?
a decade.
After a year, we can talk about it?
It's like when
No,
Lord of the
still?
Rings, the movies came out, and everyone's like, "Stop ruining
But
it
no,
for us."
The Mage Wars trilogy,
Stupid.
it doesn't just have griffins in it, but they're the main characters.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
In addition, as part of a greater army fighting against a big bad guy.
So now I know where to start.
Mage Wars.
Maze Wars trilogies, definitely, in my opinion, where to start. Well, I
And
guess
is
I
that-
better call the hotel now.
Oh. You didn't see that?
Spill on aisle 3.
Look
Spill
away.
on aisle 3. Yeah, one of the watering stations just fell over.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So let me notify ops. Anyway, but yeah, I would start with those, and it's kind of she's a very prolific author though, so there's so much to start from, and it's not all science fiction, it's not all fantasy. It's
yeah.
she does a really huge and broad
More
mix.
than 128,
Yeah.
as I understand
Wow.
it. Yeah, prolific.
Quite the menagerie.
Oh, yes.
But I personally originally got started. I discovered through the Heralds of Aldemar series, but they are the same world as the Mage Wars. It's just
Swords and
Somewhere
Sorcery
else.
Realm.
she's got several. She covers only a couple of centuries.
No
big
just a
deal.
short time
Sure,
zone.
a little bit.
That Dalek moves.
Yeah, it does. It's a thing. We got that.
That's awesome.
So yes, we have griffins and swords and sorcery. We have moving Daleks. We have pretty much everything. We're going pretty much sideways.
I'm glad we've got the good mics
On-
because
on
there's
all
a
kinds
there's a
of
lot of chatter that's beginning to happen
there?
in this main hall right
Whoa!
here.
I just took off my ears. Yeah, there is.
I'm going to turn this mic off for just
Okay.
1 second.
Okay, so there's a lot that's going on right now in this hallway as things are about to kick off and pick up. So I think this is going to be a pretty busy and pretty successful Saturday.
Okay,
I
now,
agree.
I will say this for the hotel: we just had a spill with the water station, and the time it took me to reach over, grab my phone, and try and dig up the contact so that I could message them about it, they're already on it.
Nice. Well, there you go. All righty. Phenomenal. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
But
Okay. So, how do we find out more about this con, next con?
Yes, give us the social media, the Twitters, the Facebooks, and what hashtag should we be posting about when we
The-
mention anything in conjunction?
the Twitter books and the face feeds. and
Yes.
for a technologist, I am horrible at social media.
You're like, I'm an engineer. I don't have any of that
You
yet.
know, my social interaction is all statistical analysis of how not to get punched in the face.
Okay, that's a good. Yeah.
It works well.
You are
Could've used
successful
that this
today,
morning.
sir.
Right.
But we are on Facebook, In Conjunction Science Fiction and Fantasy Convention.
Excellent.
We're on Twitter. I believe it's at InCon Indy.
Sure is. That's the one,
It
baby.
is.
The hashtag we're using is InCon37.
That's it.
That's
in
what we're
Con
doing.
37.
Yeah, we're just checking these off. We're making sure you
gonna
know
say-
Oh,
them.
good, because
I
I
feel
didn't
like
know
there's-
that I was guessing.
Don't worry, Joe. I had your back. I was going to be
just
happy
say,
to
this
take
is a
that
test.
from you if you wanted us to.
The website, if you prefer a more 80s look, the website is inconjunction.org.
There you go. Not com. It's
Yeah,
org.
it's
not
org,
com.
not
I
com.
learned that one.
If you register on the inconjunction.org site, you could not only attend, but even suggest ideas for programming that you would like to see.
Wait. So the average fan can suggest programming to the con?
Yes, and they can even say, "Hey,
What other con
I know
does
how
that?
to do this.
Not-
Would you
not a
like to
lot.
have? Could I come talk and give it?" And
phenomenal.
that's the reason the programming is free is because they're all volunteers.
Yeah.
Hooray, volunteers.
Every panel here, somebody said, "Hey, can I come talk about this? Hey, can I come? Do a demo, have a panel discussion, a workshop, or whatever."
A lot
Nerd
and they're all
themed
volunteers.
petting zoo.
You're
Yeah.
funny.
Get a goat like a griffin, and then you'd never.
You wouldn't know.
Right?
But a lot of cons don't have that 360 feedback. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How are you going to change if you don't know? Communication,
Exactly.
right?
Truth.
We do have we've got actually feedback forums and stuff, and we are trying to modernize the website. But I'll be honest, nothing got done in the last year because there's this miraculous thing that happens when you take and you hand the website from one webmaster to another. There's a great deal of time that the new webmaster has to spend crawling through the mental corridors of the old webmaster, because that's what going through somebody's code is like.
Oh, yeah.
To try and read it. And that's really hard to do when the new webmaster
Yeah.
is also the con chair for the year.
It's like being John Malkovich.
So
Right?
on Sunday, when I'm getting done being con chair, I will actually be doing webmaster work to change the site over to be ready to start planning next year's, and then begin doing all the improvements to the website to make it better. Because right now, I'll admit, there are some parts that are really difficult to navigate.
Fair enough.
When you're trying to register and submit ideas and stuff, I realize it's a little bit difficult. But always feel free to email webmaster@inconjunction.org. I usually respond within 24 hours. I try to be pretty quick
and
on
that's
that.
what I'm talking about, is that feedback. I think the lather, rinse, repeat of having that, like you said, the 360 feedback is phenomenal. And you would think, we'd be like, what cons do that? Well, question, Jen, contrary to your thinking, there are some
Stop
cons out
it.
there that don't do that.
That was well played.
Was that good? Did you like that? There are some cons that they don't want to hear from the fans.
That
They
actually
just-
aroused me.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was
Just
nice.
like,
That was
yeah,
nice.
they will tell you what you like, and you will take it. That's
Yeah,
that's all you
now-
do.
and that's
Now-
not what this is about.
You don't like it,
Now,
and
I
there's
will
no
say,
other option.
I have to say, I have not had that experience with Gen Con, and I run
I never
Bridge
said
Sims
Gen
at
Con.
that.
I never said
I
Gen
know
Con.
you
I'm
didn't.
glad you brought Gen
but
Con
I
up.
I have not had that experience with Gen Con.
We love Gen Con.
I love Gen Con too. I've been
wouldn't
running
go
the
that
Starship Bridge Sims there.
You
Last
are?
year
Yes,
I
yes,
ran the
you
room
have.
completely. The prior 3 years I was doing tech for the person who was running the business side
Daddy
of it.
dollars were made by Joe in that bridge simulator room. Had to
wish.
have been.
I wish. We got in so late last year that we were barely in the online catalog at all. For
Oh,
the
okay.
last, we were only in the online catalog for a month before
wow.
the event, because I got brought in so late to take it over. But I did, and I still managed to not lose too much.
Yeehaw.
But this year we were in at the beginning because, I had all my stuff ready to
Yep.
submit
Ready to
on day
submit for
one.
next year, yeah.
And yeah, we've been in it from the beginning. We're going to be running 24 hours for the Mist Brigade, running the Bridge Sims. There's going to be running
Wow.
24 hours of Gen Con. So
Nice.
by this time on a Saturday at Gen Con, I'm going to probably look like a Roman candle after the 4th of July. The fireworks are all gone.
Joe's
There's this
spent.
smoky crater around the top. It's
Well, we are hoping that tomorrow at about 7 or 8, you don't look like that here. However, we thank you for taking the time. We have blown way past the 25-minute mark.
Scott,
we
this
are
is good
at the
stuff.
45-minute mark. I'm
This is good
very
stuff.
happy. You have no idea how pleased I am. I thank you for coming over and talking to us. It's wonderful stuff. What else you got? You got anything else you want to go?
no, come on down, check it out. We're still here the rest of the weekend.
Absolutely. Come on down.
We got
it's
lots going
worth
on.
it. It's absolutely worth it. Come buy a badge and enjoy the rest of the convention for free.
And if you can only come down for the one day, Saturday badges are 35, Sundays are 25.
Yep.
Do you do a family badge?
We do. Our cost. We're already so low. We can't really afford to do that.
Fair
We'd
enough.
love to.
Fair enough. I just
but
didn't
it's,
know.
But what?
What did you just say?
they're
Sunday
under
was 25?
Yeah, Sunday's 25.
Well, that's not
under 12 are half price, and under 5 are free.
Oh, well, then
Yes,
you can't
you don't
go
need a
that way.
family badge.
There you go.
They're still
'Cause half the kids
sort
are
of
coming
family
in for
rates.
free,
It's
yeah.
just,
Right,
it's-
because it's affordable to begin with. That's all kind of happening.
Yeah, and
Wonderful.
we try and keep it affordable because, fans, not
That-
everybody
they
can afford $110 for.
So after
$165 a ticket.
registration has ended tonight, are you going to recheck your numbers to see how many more registrants
You
you
know he
have?
will.
Yeah,
Yeah, you will.
It gets harder to keep up with what the numbers are as the convention goes on.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's, the first day it's real easy to track because you're all heads down into the numbers, and then you were up until 3:00, and then you had to be up, and you were open to get in 9:00, and you're more tired, and it's harder to concentrate on the numbers. You're just concentrating on the number in front of you right this moment.
Yep.
Everybody has a plan until they get hit in the face.
Yeah, exactly. No plan survives the enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, contact with the enemy will destroy your plan completely.
That's why you don't plan out the fight. You just plan out the battle.
There you go. See, Joe is laying down
TM.
wisdom.
That's good stuff.
wisdom
TM.
here. That's why we come to this convention. We learn.
Sage advice.
Exactly. Well, from us at Gaming with Scott to you, Joe, as Con Chair of InConJunction 37, we thank you for spending some time. We thank you for being with us. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks again. Hi, I'm Joe Greene, Con Chair for InConJunction 37, and this is Gaming with Scott.